This is Chris Langell. Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena for this first GINSBERG game of this Thursday session between Victoria and New South Wales. Always a rivalry between these two squads as they get warmed up in their respective zones. Victoria defending the goal to my right, camera right, New South Wales camera left. Victoria, the designated home team for today's game. As the teams warm up, we'll go through the lineups. Team Victoria first. Number 1, Colby Smith in goal, 86. Sorry, that's Victoria. We'll go through New South Wales first, the visiting team. Number 5, Jacob Cunningham. Number 7, Jensen Robinson. Number 8, Benjamin Cancino. Number 9, Hudson Gerard. Number 10, Logan Sumac. Number 12, Liam Fleming. Number 14, Peter Barlow. Number 15, Isaac Liu. Number 17, Sebastian Wiedesweiler. Number 24, Charlie Harris. Number 38, Dom Grick. Number 39, Tanit Vanjasuwimal. Number 55, Rukpuratat. Number 77, Osric Fritchley. Number 88, Charles Graff. Number 90, Quentin Ing. 95, Charlie Edson. 98, Travis Burns. And in goal, number 19, Blaze Drew. And number 35, Ewan Coetzee. Head coach, Jaden Ryan. Assistant coach, Danny Sue. And team manager, Stephanie Drew. For Team Victoria, number 1, Colby Smith. Number 86, Julian Baumgartner, the two goaltenders. We'll see who the starter is for today's game. Number 4, Cohen Freeman. Number 5, Will Giles. Number 7, Max Gargano. Number 8, Jack Dillon. Number 13, Esses Wishart. Number 16, Archie Robertson. Number 23, Dmitry Kochernin. Number 24, Billy Lichter. Number 32, Jack Kai. Number 37, Marcus Sand. Number 72, Alfie Webster. 73, Parker Barnes. Number 77, Marcel Rosa. Number 78, Christian Borg. Number 81, George Humke. Number 85, Max Doser. Number 88, Enzo Bonato. And number 96, Jack Zhang. The head coach, James Galdes. The assistant coaches, Giancarlo Bonato and Josh Page. And the team manager, Katie Ryan. The referees officials for today's game, referee Vince Giblin with the red armbands on, and Sean Evans, and Jamison Harris on the lines. 3 official system for today's game for the GINSBERG tournament. The Hands tournament is a 4-man system typically. As we get set for the opening face-off, pucks come to the official zone. Some fired at a greater velocity than the officials would probably want. Teams go to the respective benches. Initially, New South Wales to the bench, Victoria to the goals as they get set up for this opening face-off. Starting goaltender for New South Wales is number 19, Blaze Drew. And for Victoria, number 1, Colby Smith in goal. Still a few pucks around the ice as New South Wales is ready to go. Victoria, from their goal, they're ready to go. From the penalty box, I'm ready to go. On the camera, Riley Langell, he's ready to go. Just waiting for everybody to get to the front of the net, or to the face-off dots. Victoria. One final cheer at the bench. Face-off ready. Vince Giblin drops the puck, and off we go. This should be a good one between these two old rivals. New South Wales and Victoria always seem to have strong teams. Face-off, or the puck goes back behind the New South Wales net. Out breaking down the right-hand side is Robinson. He gets it to the middle of the ice, intercepted, and back into the neutral zone. Victoria, they're back for it. Kochurgan, he picks it up behind the goal, spins back, long stretch pass up onto the right wing, through the slot. Pushed ahead by, that's number 32, dumped into the zone. Kuchergin down into the New South Wales zone. He goes for a change. On the breakout, just missing the breakout pass. The puck will go down the ice for icing. Was number 17 for New South Wales, Wheatus Wheeler. And that'll come back to the left of goaltender Smith for the face-off. Early in this first period, 13:59 to go. Off the draw, New South Wales. They get it to the front of their own net. Oh, and just missing that rebound. There's a bit of a fumble play as New South Wales, after winning the draw, tried to put it up through in front of their net and intercepted, and Jack Dillon put the puck right into the glove of Smith. Of Drew, the goaltender. Just have my blues on my sheet confused. Out to the blue line, New South Wales. They can't get it deep. Back into the zone. Victoria, Dillon, he couldn't get control. Down goes the linesman. Down go a couple of players in the center ice area. Up onto the wing. Picked up by Dillon. He crosses the line with some speed. Onto the stick of number 85, Doser. Back comes New South Wales. That's number 14 with the puck, Barlow. He gets it into the zone, gets knocked down. Behind the goal, up onto the wing. Dillon picks it up. Down the wing he goes. He's got Doser going to the net, takes the shot to the front of the net. Oh, kept behind by the goaltender. Good play by Smith to keep it behind the goal. Doser gets it to the front of the net. Dillon tries to get it to number 16, Archie Robertson, back to the blue line. Shot by the captain off the pads. Back into the zone. New South Wales, they chip it out. Fired back into the zone by Victoria. And back after it is Robertson. Into the corner. Fire towards the net. Loose puck. Sitting in the slot. Loose. Doser can't get his stick on it. And back comes New South Wales. Kochurgan, he picks it up. Down the right-hand side. He gets the blue line. Takes the shot. Deflected, and that goes wide. Kept into the zone. Out comes New South Wales now. They're breaking down. Kochurgan gets back for it. Puts it behind the net. Number 72 picks it up. Up onto the wing. That's number 4 with it, Victoria. Gets it up to number 16, Robertson, who gets it into the zone. Kochurgan picks it up, and he dumps it. No fans on it. Dumps it deep. Onto the net. Deflected behind the goal. Behind the goal. New South Wales trying to break out. Good stick at the blue line, kept in by Giles. New South Wales around the boards, intercepted to the front of the net. Good pass in front as Robertson took the shot on the pass in front, but deflected high over the net. Back into the zone it goes. New South Wales struggling to get this puck out of the zone. They get it to the blue line. and just out over the blue line off the stick of number 5, Giles. He chips it off the boards. Gargano, he gets it into the zone, into the middle of the ice. That's Freeman. He gets it. Can't get it through the slot. Back to the blue line. Giles goes D to D. A one-time shot deflected in front. Victoria putting some pressure on. Trapped at the side of the net. They score. On the side of the net, the captain, Sand, jams at the puck. Was trapped against the post by Drew. Still loose. And that'll go for the first goal of the game. 10:29 to go in the first period. Victoria pressing. The officials are going to discuss it. We may see an overruled call, but we'll see. It is a goal. So referee Vince Giblin explaining the call to both benches. Face off at center ice, 1-0 Victoria. Won by Victoria, back to the D. Zhang, he tries to get over the net, can't. Back comes New South Wales. That's number 5 with it over the blue line. Cunningham comes out of the zone, back down the ice. Back for it is number 90, Ing. Takes it behind his net. Stopping up is Sand, the captain. Gets rimmed around the boards. Number 32 tries to make a move. Does. Gets it into the front of the net to Sand. Back to the front of the net. Puck is loose in the slot. Picked up again by number 32. He goes back to the D. Borg, he gets the shot. Weak on goal. Deflected into the corner. Sand picks it up. Brings it to the front of the net. Tries to get it across to the back door. Shot high. That goes off the blocker. Back to the blue line. New South Wales, they get it out of the zone. Gerard, he comes in on 3-on-1 with the Victoria player. Get it back on the back check. He goes down, back to the front of the net. Back to the blue line. That's Gerard. He takes the shot. Deflected off of Kai. Around behind the goal it goes. Up onto the wing. Just misses the breaking player. That was number 9, I think, 96 for Victoria. Zhang. Back down the ice it goes. Picked off by number 37 or 23. He gets it over on the wing. That's Dosser. He cuts to the net. Slick little player is number 85, Dosser, as he tries to cut through the D. Puck back to the front of the net, into the slot, takes a shot. That goes off the pad. Good save. Back to the blue line, number 12. He gets it over the line. That's Fleming. Back into the zone. For Kochurgan, he gets it in. New South Wales. Stolen by Dosser. He goes in, 2-on-2. Dillon goes to the front of the net. That puck goes into the chest of the goaltender, Drew, who stops it for a face-off in the zone. 8:12 to go in the period. All Victoria so far, 7 shots on goal, none for New South Wales. Seen this pattern a couple of times where a team comes out and dominates, and then the other team comes back and makes up for it. We just saw that in that Tange game between New South Wales and South Australia. And we've got a penalty call on the delay. And we'll see a high sticking call against New South Wales. Looks like it might be Burns coming to the box. Was he got his stick up on Dosser in behind the goal.
Blue 98, 2, high.
So Burns will come to the bench for 2 or less. 7:55 to go in the period. Victoria on the first power play of the game. In on the draw, back to Kuchergin. He just takes the one-timer, blocked by the pads of the New South Wales player, number 24. He brings it back down the ice. That's Harris into the zone. After it is number 15, Lou, behind the goal. Breakout pass down the ice. Kuchergin, he chases after it. That should have been icing, I thought, but not called. Back to the front of the net. Scores! As that was Bonato that beat out the icing. Got it to Sand, who got it back door, and burying it was number 4 for Victoria. You can see on the replay here, backdoor play from the net cam. Sand gets it across the crease, right onto the stick of number 4 for Victoria, Cohen Freeman. Sorry, Burns got trapped in the penalty box here while we were getting the replay. Redrop on the face-off. Victoria up 2-0. Win by Victoria. Back to Kuchergin. Up onto the wing. Over the blue line. Victoria into Gagarin. He gets it to the slot. Just misfiring is the Victorian forward. That's Robertson. Fired wide. Back to the blue line. That goal, a power play goal. Kuchergin tries to get it across. Intercepted. Good stick by the Victoria defense. Back in comes number 7 for Victoria, Gargano. Kuchergin goes back for it. He tries to chip it across to his D partner and gets it there. Number 4 chips it back to Robertson. Over the line he goes, down the right-hand side. Chips a pass into the slot. Dangerous clearance by number 88, Graf. Back to the front of the net. They score! As Robertson gets knocked down, fired from the half boards. Kuchergin, he gets his first of the game. 3-0 Victoria. 6:30 to go in the first period. Face-off win by Victoria again. Back they come into the zone. That's 32. Kai takes a bump. Into the zone, New South Wales. Out slowly to the blue line. That's Jeannot. He can't get control of it. It gets dumped back into the New South Wales zone. Behind the goal, number 10, Schumack. Just saw his brother have a great game in the Tange game. Off the stick and skate of number 8, Cancino. Back into the zone. Picked up. Fired up onto the wing. Cancino gets the stick down. Can't intercept it. Back comes Victoria. Dumps it off to the wing. Back to Giles. He takes the shot. Wide, but off the pad of the goaltender. Trying to hit the man on the back door, and New South Wales brings it out. That's Edison. He crosses the line. 2 Victoria back checkers on him. Wraps it around the boards. That's Cancino. He picks it up. Takes it into the corner again. 2 Victoria players on him. Good play by Cancino to get his stick on that one. Victoria, they clear it to the blue line and just kept in. New South Wales with a bit of a push, but back comes Victoria. There's the captain, gets it over the line, on goal, and Drew has to make that stop. So New South Wales with a bit of a push into the Victoria zone, but picked off and back down the ice. Comes Victoria for an opportunity on goal. 4:41 to go in the period. New South Wales, they break out. Chipped to himself down the wing. 2 back checkers. Steal the puck. Goes back behind the net. Rimmed around by Dillon. Intercepted, and New South Wales, they're trying to get some pressure in the zone, but back comes Dillon down the center of the ice. Good stick by number 24. That's Harris. Back to the New South Wales blue line, chipped up onto the boards. Kochurgan, he gets it to the blue line. Back comes Dillon, takes the long pass up to the blue line. Cleared out by New South Wales, dumped back in on the delay. Back in. Number 85 for Victoria, Max Doser, kept in at the blue line by Victoria and then fired back down the ice, and back for it. That's not going to go far enough for icing. And Victoria, they get it behind the net, fired up onto the boards. Oh, and number 4, that's Freeman, taken out by the referee. Back comes Victoria. Doser, he gets it off his stick, chips it ahead. Freeman, he's after it. The New South Wales defense goes down to the front of the net. Oh, that was off a skate. Almost deflected in. And fired down the ice. Robertson goes back for it. That won't go far enough for icing. He puts a D to D. Back to number 77, Rosa. Up onto the wing, into center. Robertson, he can't get control of it. It goes offside as the puck rolled over the line after he had crossed the line for an offside call. 2:47 to go in the period. Fired in by Borg behind the goal. Back for it is 90. Ing. He gets it in the zone, loses control, but back to the front of the net. And a great opportunity by number 7 for Victoria. Gargano off the toe of the goaltender and then the post. Fired back behind the net by Borg. 11-0 the shots on goal so far for Victoria. New South Wales unable to muster any pressure. Behind the net, number 7 gets it to the front of the net. Puck is loose there, rattling around in the crease. Victoria can't get their sticks on it. They do now. Jam towards the front of the net, still loose. And New South Wales gets it, and out they come. Overskates it at his own blue line. That was number 7, Robinson. At the blue line, Robinson picks it up. He goes down the left side, chips it ahead to himself, chases after it. Gets it behind the goal. Back to the front of the net. Wide there, open. Was number 77, I think that was. Fritchley. 17. Wiedesweiler. A great feed to the front of the net, and he can't bury the biscuit. Good chance for New South Wales as they get their first shots on goal. Face off to the right of goaltender Smith. Up the boards, Victoria comes on the breakout, tipped ahead. Robinson can't catch up to it. No, that's number 50, 32, Kai. Sand after it, the captain for Victoria. Reversed by number 55, Puritat. Up onto the wing. New South Wales, Grick. Back to Puritat. He can't get it over the line, and back comes Victoria. Zhang, he just chips it into the zone, knocked off his stick by Burns. Back down the ice. Kochurgan, he picks it up, looks up ice. Good shoulder check awareness by the Victoria player. I think that's why the Victoria teams are so strong. They're taught early to figure out where the puck's going to go and what their next move is before they go back and pick it up. Taken into the boards behind the goal. Back to the blue line, intercepted. Back comes New South Wales. Puck knocked off the stick, and back comes number 70. Sorry, that's 23. Kuchergin again. Kai, he gets it off the back of the skate of his teammate over to Kuchergin. He goes in, takes the shot, deflected high over the glass into the netting for a stopping. 8 seconds to go in this first period. 3-0 the score for Victoria. Pressing for more, 14-1 the shots on goal so far. Face-off will come to the left of goaltender Blaze Drew. Won by Victoria, over to Dillon. Tries to get it back to the blue line between the two defense. Over to Leiter, and that'll do it for this first period. 3-0 the score. Dominant period for Victoria on the shot count and the goals. New South Wales with a couple of chances in deep, but for the most part, the puck was in the New South Wales zone for a large portion of that period. Goals by Sand, unassisted, at 10:29. Freeman from Sand, power play goal at 7:29. Kuchergin, unassisted, 6:30 to go in the period. One penalty to Burns for high sticking. Shots on goal, 14-2 in favor of Victoria. 3-0 the score. The end of the first. And so in earlier games, Victoria had defeated Queensland 7-1. Western Australia defeated New South Wales 1-0. And then New South Wales beat Queensland 3-0. Western Australia beat Victoria 4-3 on a late goal. And now Victoria up on New South Wales. Current standings, Western Australia on top with a 2-win, no-loss record. Victoria 1-1, New South Wales 1-1, and Queensland 0-2. And these GINSBERG teams play each other twice this tournament, as there's only 4 teams in the tournament. ACT and South Australia not able to field a team this year. Kuchergin currently leads in points with 5 for the GINSBERG tournament, and Blaze Drew with a .974 save percentage, the goaltending stats. So we get set for the face-off for the second period. Both teams line up. Doser up against New South Wales. That's number 10, the alternate captain, Logan Schumack. Victoria gets control of it. Borg across to his D partner. Back into the zone, New South Wales attacking, number 10. Get it back to the blue line, picked up by Cancino. He cuts to the net, takes it behind, has his stick lifted, and back comes Victoria, breaking out of the zone. That's number 8, Dillon, going down on number 77. Good stick by Fritchley, and he gets it out over the line. Back in it goes. Down goes the New South Wales player. Up on the wing, Cancino on the attack. Back comes Victoria. Through the middle of the ice, off the boards and into the zone. Doser, he's after it. Picked off and fired back in. Bonato, he flicks it over to Doser, who goes down the right-hand side. Stops up, gets it back to the blue line. That's Rosa, fires it into the zone behind the goal. Back comes New South Wales. chipping it out of the zone, but not getting a lot on it, was the D, number 24. That's Harris, I think it is. Back into the Victoria zone. Kuchergin goes D to D, breaks up the right side, gets the return pass, just dumps it into the zone. After it is Sand. Kuchergin, he dumps it back in. The captain with it in the corner. Kuchergin, he fires it back into the zone. Behind the goal, Bonato. He picks it up to the front of the net, deflects off a stick, and back comes New South Wales. Good stick by number 32 for Victoria. Kai, back into the neutral zone comes number 77, Fritchley. He gets it into the Victoria zone, fired to the blue line, but not out off the skates of the referee. And back comes number 37 for Victoria. Picked off and returning is number 5, Cunningham. He gets the blue line or red line and fires it into the zone. The D will change. Onto the ice comes Ing and Graf. Victoria, they rim it around the ice. Just gets past the outstretched stick of Ing. Fired down the ice. He circles around, cuts up through the middle of the ice. Makes some contact with the Victoria forechecker who goes down. Back to the blue line. Fired down the ice. That's not going to make it for icing. Up onto the wing. That's number 39 for it. Takes it over the blue line. Gets knocked down. There's a penalty on that play as the Victoria player, the captain I think it was, knocked down number 39 for New South Wales. Tanet Vajasuwimal, and he'll go to the box for 2 or less.
Blue 23, 2, rough.
That was Kuchergin, number 23. He'll go to the box for 2 or less for roughing. Back on the ice at 9:52. Down the ice, Burns back for it. He circles behind the net. Good stick by the forecheck. Back comes New South Wales. Knocked off his stick. Victoria, they fire it to the blue line and back into the zone. No icing. Burns. He tries to get it out into up onto the wing, and back comes number 23, I think that is. Number 12 over the blue line. Gets the zone, takes the shot. That's deflected. And Victoria pick it up. Fire it down the ice. That'll go all the way to the goal. Burns picks it up behind the goal. Bonato in pursuit. Can't get it off the skate of the linesman. Back in comes Bonato. He can't get it past his man at the blue line. Chips it off the boards. And that's going to go for icing. No, it won't. As just fails to cross the line as we get into the second period, and this snowy ice slows things down a bit. To the front of the net. Blocked. Rimmed around, and back comes Burns for it as he can't get over on the blue line to keep it in. He circles back into his own zone, up the middle, crosses the blue line, cuts back, tries to get it through. Back to the D it goes. 55 picks it up, tries to make a move. Down he goes, and Victoria, they fire it down the ice. That's the captain after it. Chips it into the zone. 8 seconds to go in this power play. 10 seconds to go. Victoria on the forecheck. That's Freeman. Takes it in deep. Into the corner. And a hand pass is the call for a stoppage of play inside the zone. Goalies change. Off comes Smith. On goes Baumgartner. just catching up because it got stopped for a second, so it's on 9:50. That's the right time, I think. Fired back behind the goal. New South Wales trying to get out of the zone. They do, off the boards, looking for a breaking number 15, Lou. He goes down the right-hand side. He stumbles, and as he toe picks, back comes Victoria. Power play is over. Sand, he comes down the wing, makes the move, tries the toe drag, and can't take the puck with him. Back to the blue line, offside on the delay. Back comes New South Wales, intercepted by Freeman. He chips it over the blue line, into the corner, behind the goal. Back for it is Harris. He's checked by the captain for Victoria. Back into the corner it goes. Harris is back for it. Rips up the boards to the blue line, not out. Back behind the New South Wales goal it goes. Number 32 after it for Victoria, Kai. Back behind the goal. Sand gets it to the front of the net. Tries the jam play on the wraparound. And a good pad by the goaltender to prevent that puck from getting into the net. Julian Baumgartner in the goal now for Victoria with 8:45 to go in the period. I'm not sure whether that was a plan change or whether Smith had any equipment issues. Puck comes back to the blue line, fired towards the net by Zhang, or Borg that is. Back to the blue line behind the goal. Sand picks it up, gets it to the front of the net, blocked by New South Wales. Back behind the goal it goes. Victoria pressing yet again as New South Wales has a hard time getting the puck out of the zone. To the front of the net, into the slot, down on one knee to take that shot. Not a weak one. New South Wales gets it to the blue line. Cancino can't get it out. Kuchergin, he picks it up, takes it to the front of the net, fans on the shot as that slides behind the goal. He's not happy. He breaks his stick. And he did break his stick. Technically, he's supposed to drop it right away, but he carried it off the ice onto the bench. Oh, big hit there. That was number 37. And a bit of brouhaha after that one, as number 37, Sand, hits his man into the boards. That'll be a boarding call, I think. Wait for referee Vince Giblin.
37-2, board.
It is indeed a boarding call to the captain, number 37. Referee goes over to the Victoria bench to explain the penalty. He'll probably come to the New South Wales bench as well. Referee Vince Giblin explaining the call to the New South Wales bench. Face off back to the left of Baumgartner on the power play for 2 minutes or less. Coaching staff referencing that broken stick to the net. Victoria scores as they go down the left side. And put it past the goaltender, Blaze Drew. And that's a short-handed goal for number 23, Kuchergin. Says the goaltender upset with that one, but he should be upset with his defense, not himself on the goal, because they just couldn't shut down Kuchergin. Strong player, difficult to shut down. Puck goes up to the New South Wales blue line, trying to get it out of the zone. Back to Burns. He fires it up off the skates of the Victoria player, deflected down into the Victoria zone. Behind the net, it bounces. Trying to get control of it. Back to the blue line it comes. Number 55 after it. Back into the zone. In pursuit is 88 for Victoria. Donato back into the neutral zone, and stepping on the puck is number 5 and going down. Back into the zone. Victoria trying to get it deep. Back comes New South Wales over the blue line. Winds up for the shot. Good save by Baumgartner. Gets the pad down to make that save. Victoria, back they come on the breakout play. Up to Bonato. Good stick by number 55 for New South Wales. That's fired down the ice. Delayed offside. As Bonato will have to clear the zone and goes for a change. New South Wales pass over onto the wing. Misses the stick of Robinson. He chases back behind the goal. Gets it to the front of the net. And Baumgartner had to be careful on that one as it gets trapped below the pads. .540 to go in the period. 7 seconds in the power play. New South Wales will have to watch coming off the bench. Fritchley, he knocks it down with a high stick. Back into the zone. Forecheck by Victoria. To the blue line. Out comes number 17 with it. Cuts back to the middle of the ice. Picked off by Victoria. Back into the zone. Oh, big hit. And Borg makes the hit. Not sure on that one. New South Wales is going to take a penalty. High sticking. And the captain questioning that non-call. I tend to believe or agree with him on that one.
Light blue 7-2. Elbow.
Elbowing to Robinson. 2 minutes or less. New South Wales will kill off a penalty for elbowing. 5:05 to go in the second period. Face off to the right of Drew. Won by Victoria. Back to the blue line. Fired wide by Kuchergin. Rimmed around the boards behind the goal. To the half boards. Brought back to the middle of the ice. Good stick by the goaltender. Back to the blue line. Dillon. Back into the corner. To the front of the net. Kuchergin picks it up. He fires it behind the goal. New South Wales battling to get the puck out of the zone. Looks like they will. Sand picks it up. He cuts back towards the middle. Gets the shot off the pad of the goaltender. Back to the front of the net. Just missed on that pass to the back door. New South Wales trying to get the puck out of the zone. 4:13 to go. 3:05 will be the time that number 7 for New South Wales gets back onto the ice. In on the play, fired high over the net. Into the zone, back into the slot. New South Wales, they chip it down the ice. Victoria back on the attack. 25 seconds to go in this power play. Behind the net, New South Wales, they carry it. Good stick by Dillon. Back to the front. Oh, what a save by the goaltender as Bonato was in front of the net. 4 seconds to go. 3. Penalties over. New South Wales, Robinson back on the ice. Back into the fray. Victoria across the net. Oh, what a pass and a shot by Victoria. As number 88, Bonato, he got it across to number 16, Archie Robertson, and he went down on one knee just like a pro, and a fantastic save by Blaze Drew to keep the score at 4-0. Face-off will come to Drew's left. 2:55 to go. Face-off won by Victoria, fired toward the net, but goes behind. Grosser, he takes it. Good move by the young player. Stolen by New South Wales. Cancino, another nice play. Puck goes over the blue line, delayed offside. And as number 10 for New South Wales, Schumack touches it, the whistle's blown, and a face-off outside the Victoria zone, offside. Officials flying all over the place here. As down goes Jamison Harris. Breaking in, Canzino to the front of the net, takes a shot. Oh, off the glove. Great save, and Cancino with a great play. Back down the ice it goes, and Burns will take a penalty as he cut his stick between the legs of Robinson, and he goes down. And he'll go to the box for 2 or less.
Blue 98, 2, trip.
4 tripping, 2:16 to go in the period. So if they kill it, Burns will be back out on the ice with 16 seconds to go. Face off to the left of Blaze. To the blue line, hard shot. Kuchergin gets it to the net. Rebound, fired over the net by Dillon. Back to the front of the net. Drew smothers it for a stoppage. Face off to the right of Drew. New South Wales getting settled on the penalty kill. Victoria, that's Robertson, gets it behind the goal, picked up by New South Wales to the blue line, not out. Now it's picked up, backhanded. Dillon picks it up, takes the pass to the left-hand side. Good play by New South Wales, and they get it out of the zone. Victoria setting it up onto the wing. Kuchergin gets it to his man. Setting up again, pass up the middle. Dillon crosses the blue line. 1:30 to go in the period. Back to the blue line, moved by Kuchergin. He winds up, takes a shot. Oh, that's deflected. That shot was going wide, deflected behind the goal. To the blue line again. New South Wales fans on the clearing attempt. Fired to the net, blocked down by Harris. He hits the skate of his teammate as he was trying to clear it. Back to the blue line it goes. A minute to go in the period. Behind the goal, trying to bring it to the front of the net is Robertson. Harris ties him up. Off the back of the net. New South Wales, they pick it up. And out they come. They're going to get this puck down the ice right on goal. Baumgartner makes the save. 40 seconds to go in the period. 24 seconds in the penalty. Back comes Kuchergin. To the front of the net. And frozen by Drew. 15 seconds to go in this power play. Face off to the left of Drew. Burns getting set to return. Face off won by New South Wales to the high slot. Fired wide of the net. 5 seconds to go in the penalty. Burns back on the ice. He goes to the bench, and on comes Robinson. He gets back into the play, tries to get his stick on that puck. And the whistle's blown. 3-second rule in the crease. Violation by Victoria. The face-off will come back outside the blue line. 9 seconds to go in the period. International rules. Players are not allowed to stand in the crease for more than 3 seconds. It's a crease violation. Blown down. Down goes number 12. He stepped on the puck. There's been a couple of cases where players have stepped on the puck today. Picks it up, and that'll do it for the end of the period. Great action that period. Victoria scoring a lone goal, making it 4-0. 24-7 shots on goal. A bit of a pushback from New South Wales in that period. As they evened it up, we'll be going to a break for an ice cut, as the ice is definitely getting a bit snowy. And we'll be back for the start of the third period and a summary of the second period statistics. After that, for Cass Edwards, our producer, and Riley Langell on the camera. This is Chris Langell. We'll see you then.
Have a chat to you guys.
Welcome back, hockey fans, to Cockburn Ice Arena. This is Chris Langell bringing the play-by-play for this GINSBERG game between New South Wales and Victoria. Tie or 4-0 the score for Victoria after 2 periods. I'm getting confused here. Goals by Kuchergin unassisted, a shorthanded goal at 7:24 put Victoria up 4-0. 4 penalties. Kuchergin for roughing at 11:52. Sand for boarding at 7:33. Robinson for New South Wales elbowing at 5:05. Burns for slashing at 2:16. Shots on goal, 10-5 that period in favor of Victoria. New South Wales a bit better on the shot count with the 5 shots. 2-period total, 24-7. New South Wales 0 for 2 on the power play. Victoria 1 for 3 with a shorthanded goal as well. So with that, we're set for the opening draw. Referee Vince Giblin goes in, checks that the goaltenders are ready. The timekeeper is ready. And off we go for what hopefully will be an exciting finish to this game. We've seen this trend quite often where one team takes the lead early in the first 2 periods. The other team comes back and makes it interesting. We definitely saw that in that Tange game this morning as New South Wales steps on the puck. I think that's the 3rd puck I've seen stepped on today, and I think that's the 2nd one that number 12 for New South Wales has stepped on. Robinson, he takes it into the zone. That's number 17 with it. Riedesweiler, he gets it deep. Back out of the zone. It goes back into the zone. And back comes New South Wales. A mini break here. Cuts hard to the net. Takes a shot. That goes wide. Kept in at the far blue line by Graf. Into the half boards. That's number 7 for New South Wales. Jensen Robinson. He draws a penalty as Victoria is going to go to the box. Holding the stick is the call on number 23, Kuchergin. And he'll go to the box for 2 or less early in this 3rd period. And that gives New South Wales...
23, 2, holding the stick.
Heard referee Vince Giblin make the call. So this will give New South Wales an early opportunity to get back in this game, see what they can do on this power play. Victoria scored the shorthanded goal on the last one. Back to the blue line. To the point. Back into the zone it goes. Fired around the boards to the blue line, not out. Back onto the half boards, battling for it. Number 15, Lou. He circles back to the slot, back to the middle of the ice. Gets it back, fires it to the front of the net. It bounces. And getting it on goal, Isaac Lou, as he goes down. And a great save by the goaltender in the Victoria goal. I believe that's Julian Baumgartner, who came on with about 8 minutes to go in that 2nd period for starter Colby Smith. Face off to the left of Baumgartner, won by New South Wales, fired towards the net, off the stick of the Victoria player, Bonato. Good keeping at the blue line by number 77. Rimmed around the boards, Fritchley after it. All the way down the ice on this fresh ice. The start of the 3rd period. Fritchley, he stops up onto the wing. Down goes the New South Wales player. Back into the zone, off of the referee's skate. Victoria, they fire it back in. Back for it is number 7, Jensen Benson. He goes behind the net. Pursued by Bonato. 2 Victoria players on the forecheck on this penalty kill. It gets fired down the ice. That'll come back into the New South Wales zone for icing. Face-off will come to the right of goaltender Blaze Drew. Won by Victoria. Back to the blue line. Borg takes the hard shot. That goes wide. After it is Dillon. He speeds up and picks it up. Gets it to the front of the net. New South Wales gets the shoulder into his man. Back comes Lou on the back check. Number 77, Lou takes the shot. That's right into the pads of Baumgartner. Not sure that they have it. And it's stuck in the pads. As a great opportunity for New South Wales on the breakaway. Face off to the left of Baumgartner. To the blue line. Trying to keep it in does. That's number 55 for New South Wales. And that gets fired down the ice. Back for it goes Burns. Wide of the net. No icing. Rimmed up onto the boards. To the blue line and out. Back comes New South Wales. That's Cancino. He cuts to the net. Takes the shot. Again, a great save by Baumgartner. As that'll do it for the power play. Kuchergin back on the ice. Face off to the right of Baumgartner is a great little play by big number 8, Ben Cancino, to break to the net for the scoring opportunity. Up onto the boards. Again, there's Cancino again. He gets after it behind the goal. Chips it back around the boards. Burns keeps it in. He fires it around the boards. Cancino chases after it. Can't catch up to it. Now he does. Good play. To the front of the net. Into the high slot. Back to Burns. He takes the shot. Wide. Down the ice it goes. Robertson. He fires it down. Beating out the icing is Freeman. Behind the goal, Burns. He comes out in front of his own net. He's going down the center of the ice with a head of steam over the blue line. Fires it wide off the stick of the goaltender. Burns chases after his own puck. Back to the blue line. To the middle of the ice. Freeman can't get it. In off on a delayed offside. No, it's not a delayed offside. Probably should have been. Cancino, he makes a move at the blue line. Cuts back towards the net. Falls down, just loses an edge. Victoria, they get it out into the neutral zone. Back to number 90, Ing. He has to turn back on the forecheck from Robertson. All the way back behind his own goal. He gets up some speed. Up through the middle of the ice. Gets the puck knocked off his stick initially, gets control of it, and then fires it down the ice. That's going to go for icing, as he had more time and space than he thought he had. Just got rid of it down the ice. 10:06 to go in this third period. 4-0 the score. 24-9 shots on goal. Face-off win, back to the blue line. Kept in at the blue line. Fired back into the zone, into the corner. Zhang after it. Chipped back into the corner. To the front of the net, off the skate of the Victoria player, back to the front of the net. The puck is loose in the slot. Battling for the puck. Down goes the New South Wales forward. Cancino still out there. Back to the blue line, D to D. Gerard, he chips it ahead. Kuchergin, he spins around, puts it into the feet of the New South Wales player. Fires it down the ice. Number 88, I think that was. Back comes Kuchergin. Headmans the puck at the blue line. Nice little move by number 37, the captain, to get it in deep. To the blue line, not out. Victoria, they get it back in. Doser, he puts some pressure on. New South Wales trying to get it out of the zone. Ing, he puts it through the skates of the Victoria player. Up to the blue line, down the ice. That's number 7 after it, Robinson. On to the far point. Knocked down by the glove of the Victoria player. Inside the zone, defensive zone, so no hand pass. Back to the blue line, just out over the blue line. Number 77 has to wait for his teammates to get on side. He chips it in, knocked down. Off the boards, looking for number 55 or 5, Cunningham. Can't catch up to it. Graf gets past him behind the goal. New South Wales, they chip it out to the blue line. Can't get it out. Back to the front of the net. Picked off, and down comes number 7. Just can't get past number 13. Wishart, I believe that is. Back comes Victoria. Over the blue line. Deep into the zone. To the front of the net. Just fired wide by number 85, Doser. Back comes New South Wales. They can't get out of the zone. Now they do. Onto the stick of Wiedeswiller. Gets it ahead to number 12, Fleming. Can't catch up to it. Up off the wing to the blue line. Not out. Fired on goal. Back in for it goes number 15, Lou, with some speed. To the blue line, not out again. Now it comes out into the neutral zone. Fired back into the zone. Back out again. Victoria and New South Wales taking turns, firing it back and forth at the neutral zone. Picked up by New South Wales. Fired towards the blue line. Lou, he crossed the blue line. Picked off again. Back comes Victoria. Number 24 gets it. He gets it across the red, but then gets it knocked off his stick. Deflected. Dillon, he wins that puck, gets to the net. Hugging the post was the goaltender. Back to the blue line, off the pads. Kept in. Wrapped around. Doser, he goes after it. Back comes the captain for New South Wales. Down the right side. Fleming over the blue line. Makes the move back to the corner, and Victoria on the lead pass, just out of the reach of Gargano, onto the half boards. That's Robertson. Gargano, along with New South Wales, number 15, goes D to D. Back comes Burns. He gets the blue line, cuts to the middle. Puck gets knocked off his stick into the corner. Back onto the half boards, trying to make a move. Goes to Burns. He gets a weak shot towards the net. Up to the blue line, Victoria, that's Robertson. He takes it with him. Gets it deep into the zone. And after it, behind the goal, to the front of the net. Tries to jam it. That's number 7. Oh, big hit there as the puck gets to the goaltender. And Drew freezes it for a stoppage.
Ralph.
Face off to the right or left of Drew. To the front of the net. The puck is loose. Great save as the goaltender went down and got the pad on that one. Victoria stands them up at the blue line. Back they come, New South Wales into the zone. Onside. Victoria attacking the line. Kai gets it over the blue line. Back out it comes. That's number 15, Isaac Liu. He loses it. Back into the New South Wales. Burns, He backhands it out towards the blue line. Lou finishes it off, gets it out over the line. New South Wales goes for a change. Burns can't get it out. Now comes number 55, takes a hit by Kuchergin. Referee was looking back down the ice and didn't see it. Up onto the blue line, Cancino again. He gets the puck knocked off his stick. Kuchergin, D to D. Back comes Victoria to the middle of the ice. Zhang, he has the puck stolen from him. And back down comes Sumac. Shumac fires it into the corner. Victoria back for it. Back around the corner, or back around the boards to Sand. Can't get it out of the zone. Fired towards the net, deflected from a stick from the Victoria defense. Behind the goal. Flipped high stick. As the diminutive forward for New South Wales, number 8, Benjamin Cancino, knocked it down with a high stick. Just saw that comment about the height of one of the players, and back into the zone, neutral zone. The puck goes. Thank you for that. Big hit behind the net. Dylan takes his man down. He didn't like it. They kind of tapped gloves, but Dylan will go to the box for that illegal body contact.
Dark blue 8, 2, cross.
That'll be a cross-checking penalty. You can hear the call by referee Vince Giblin. 2:58 to go in this third period. It's flown by fast. End-to-end action, no whistles. Face off to the right of Baumgartner. In behind the goal, New South Wales on the forecheck, trying to break this goose egg, put a point on the board. Victoria, they get it out into the middle of the ice. Number 24 keeps it in, but out comes the captain for Victoria. He gets it over the blue line, loses control of it, tries to fire it towards the goal. Bonato behind the goal, back into the corner. Good play by Sand to keep it back in the zone. Out they come. Stopped up is number 77, Fritchley. He gets it over onto the right wing to Gerard. Gerard takes it in, loses control of it. Face off, or the play is on a delayed offside. They clear the zone. Back into the zone. Drop back for number 77. Knocked off his stick, number 88, Bonato. Behind the goal. The New South Wales player spins around. Fired back in by number 7 for Victoria, Gargano. Into the corner. Up onto the wing. New South Wales breaks out. Fleming. Into the zone it goes. Again, New South Wales desperately trying to get a goal on the board. Up onto the wing. That's number 55 with it. Puratat. Deflected. Into the zone. Bonato, he picks it up. Good stick by number 12 as he slides to knock the puck off of Bonato's stick. Back into the play. Number 8, Dylan. To the blue line. Shot right into the glove of Drew. Oh, and that comes loose. But the referee had already blown it dead, having lost sight of the puck. And the teams will go for a change. Puck comes out to the blue line. Lou, he goes down the right side, takes it wide, in deep, behind the goal, gets it to the front of the net. New South Wales pressing, but back comes Victoria, 2-on-1. Over to Robertson. Robertson takes the shot. Oh, trying to hit number 4, I think that was, behind the on the back door, and he takes a hit. And New South Wales draws a penalty. And number 14 for New South Wales, Peter Barlow, he comes to the box to end this game.
14, 2, charge.
It'll be a charging call. 13 seconds to go. Back to the blue line. Bounces down in front. New South Wales blowing the zone with 3 Victoria players in front of the net. Now they're behind the goal, rimmed around the boards. And that'll do it as the final horn goes. 4-0 for Victoria. The end of this game, that third period, couple opportunities by New South Wales. But for the most part, Victoria shut them down with great sticks in the lane, stick on puck, clearing the zone, not letting New South Wales to get into the offensive zone and attacking, and often not letting them get out of the defensive zone. So no goals in that third period. 3 penalties. Kuchergin holding the stick at 13:49. Dillon, Victoria, cross-checking at 2:58. And then finally Barlow for New South Wales, charging with 13 seconds left to go in the game. Shots on goal, 2-all for that period. 3-period total, 26-9 for Victoria over New South Wales. New South Wales 0 for 4 on the power play. Victoria 1 for 4 with a shorthanded goal as well. Final score from Cockburn Ice Arena, 4-0 for Victoria. We'll be back in a few minutes after the ice cut for the next GINSBERG game. This one between Queensland and WA, and we'll return for the broadcast. For Cass Edwards, Riley Langell on the camera. This is Chris Langell. We'll see you then.